Well, Ben, you have quite a bit of youngsters going through their paces over the Christmas once again at camp. What every year the camp is put on, but you concentrate on basic stuff for some of these youngsters.
Well, this year there's about 22, 23 swimmers that are taking part. That's mostly in the morning group. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning doing some land work. We're taking them through some running and some core. And then in the afternoon, after they've had a swim session in the morning and had their lunch, I actually take them through some classroom work. So it's a smaller group that is more focused on kind of getting to the next level and wants to have those details. And then we finish that off by taking whatever we worked on in the classroom into the pool in the afternoon. It's been a great program over the years, and depending on the group that we get, we tailor it. So this is a much younger group, so we've spent more time on some of the details of stroke correction and getting the kids ready. So far it's been really good, and the weather's been cooperating.
One thing I do want to talk about is the fact that this past year and years gone by, we've seen a considerable amount of records broken. Obviously, it comes down to training. It comes down to getting a start. How good does that make you to feel that some of the people that you've worked with over the years now are breaking records with ease in Canada, in England, all over, just breaking records?
Well, I mean, it's exciting that when you've put in the amount of work that we have over the years, and we've been focused on taking swimming in Bermuda to the next level. It's always been a comparison to programs outside of Bermuda. We've always been modeling ourselves off of some of the big countries and what they've been able to achieve. We have a small number, but if we put the same focus in, then we believe that we can have similar results. And recently, we've been bearing fruit. So a lot of records that had sat for a long time were broken in the last 10 years, and then in the last 5 years those were shattered, and now recently we've had some people come along that have just rewritten the books, and what that shows is that if you continue to raise the bar, the potential turns into great results.
Now, when we were in Brazil at the Olympics, one of the things you were talking to me about was the next Olympics, where you want people to qualify using the A standard as their target, because in order to be able to want a second swim or want to be able to compete, that's where we need to get to. Given the pace that you're on, do you see that being an achievement, A standard and a second swim?
Most definitely. I mean, where we were, 16 years ago, Bermuda's always done well in swimming within our region, and we've had people that have qualified for the Olympics, and then the standards changed and the rules of how you were selected changed, and we've been adapting towards that. And you look at someone like Roy Allen that was able to hit the B standard at multiple competitions, so it showed that it was possible. So by him kind of leading the way and showing that we could have people hit this level, it made us start to say, okay, well, that's our floor now. We're not going to accept anything less than that. So now having 3 people hit the B standard for Rio made it, okay, so now we have to move to the next level, which is going to make an A standard, which means that now you have the possibility of getting a semifinal swim. And once you get into the semifinals, it's anybody's game. So that has been the conversation that we've had with the youngsters right away. When I got back from Rio, the message I gave to all of the young swimmers that are looking towards 2020 and 2024 was, we're looking for A cut. So whenever you're making your plan and you're looking at what my dream is to get that A cut. So they understand that. They now know what that target looks like. And the good thing about the A standard is, because we just got the times from the last Olympics, they know what that time's going to be. So they've set that as their goals, and now we're putting in the work. So hopefully what we will see over the next 4 years is us continue to push that bar, continue to get to that next level, and I don't see why we won't get more than one person get the A standard.
Question would be, there's been a lot of talk about drugs in sports. And one of the things that we talked about, especially in a sport like swimming, just like track and field, times are affected by that. Realistic times for A standards in some of these disciplines for swimming, are they achievable naturally, or do you think FINA need to really look at them again and say, let's change it a little bit?
Well, the difficult thing is that swimming had they had a couple of years where they were using suits, very specific suits that were allowing people to swim faster than anything that had ever been done before. And then they went in and they made a decision that they were going to get rid of the suits, but they kept the times. So the science that came in was, what were the suits doing and what can we do with our bodies to match what was going on with the suits? Now, the part that's never been considered in all that process was that the people that were in the suits were also taking drugs. So, yes, a lot of people have figured out now how to change the body to prepare to swim faster. It's one of the reasons that our records are dropping that way, because the thought that we've been able to put into what we're doing with our swimmers is based off of not having the suit anymore and knowing that you have to keep the swimmer close to the surface of the water, body line. But the drug business is the drug business. And the people that are at the very top of all sports right now have to be mindful that there are going to be cheaters within the group. So what we have to do is just continue to have our athletes strive to be the best clean athletes they can be, and hope that the drug people will take care of those people that are cheating. We can't really focus on it. We just have to try to push our guys to be the best they're going to be.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I'm talking about the actual time, the A standard times, where you said the suit was making them faster, but they didn't bring the time back down. They left the time where it was. You also had the effects of people using, and the time stayed where they were. So it's making that. Do you think FINA should address the time issue, or do you think it's an achievable thing naturally?
Well, I think that what they have to do is try to get rid of the cheats. So the time part will take care of itself if you're getting people that are cheating out of the sport. It's just difficult because the people that are cheating are doing a better job than the people that are trying to catch them. So yes, potentially, if you look at the qualifying time, the A standard being the top 16 from the Rio Olympics, then potentially if 6 people in that semifinal were cheating, the time is now off because there should have been slower people in the top 16. Yes, that is a possibility. That's what it is. But it's a possibility. I can't look at it. I just have to look at the time and say that's the time that we have, and until they fix the system, that's our target.